So, let me figure out what we're going to talk about.
Now I can play stuff for you. Let's go back and look at the tie. Man, that's not cool. That is way too high. I can't see.
These different classes I saved from when I was in school. Full sale.
Okay, so.
Boring. It's all the same stuff.
Yeah, it's like HR style shit.
Yeah.
So we want to, what we trying to do with this is the boring factor. We're trying to solve the boring factor with all these classes. And so what we got so far is make it more interactive with the mixing, have more personality as the teacher, make the recording part free, but I don't necessarily think that that's what you should do, because the whole course is going to be a paid course, you feel me? And like I said, that's what we got, that filler content. But I guess the question would be, what kind of filler content would be best for you to make, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, we got how you can make it more interactive with the mixing, by including the session files. Now, what about more personality? How do you feel like you can add more personality to these courses? Like what? I know that those videos right there seem like very corporate and very pre-made, but what specifically makes them feel like that?
I don't know.
That's what we would have to figure out real quick, because you would have to add these specific things to your videos.
I mean, I don't want to make it too black, but
Yeah, I mean, also you have like your own personality in general, so I guess that'll play a part. But even if it was just you getting on the camera and your personality stood out, we would still have to like be able to state what qualities it was that you had that stood out, that made it different. You know what I mean? Like, what about that other guy makes him boring?
shoot.
Well, for one, the music they choose is ass.
Sure.
Yeah,
The
so
background music.
yeah, so add more personality. I'm going to say that.
Hi, I'm Dave Bodie, and in this video course, you are going to learn about the fundamentals
He
of
spoke
audio
really
recording.
good, but
Yeah.
it's just not even about that.
It's about the personality of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So one, that music. And see, honestly, this is why I don't watch, like, I could probably be way wrong with audio engineering, but I can't sit up here and watch these niggas all day. Like, they be boring as hell, they be technical as hell, they be old ass niggas, the young niggas be wanting to be old ass niggas,
Make shorter videos.
The conversion from
Huh?
analog to
Make
digital
shorter
information
videos.
and the storage of that
Because
information.
videos always
There are
be like an
dedicated
hour and a
systems
half. They
used
throw it
for
all at you
editing
at one
and
time.
manipulating audio, and they are referred
Which
to
is
as
fine, but
digital
nobody
audio
really watches
workstations,
those.
or
right? And I looked at his comments, and even one of his comments was like, yeah, you doing good, but I burned out, so I'm gonna have to pick up this shit tomorrow.
For adding
All at one time. I mean, like, if you want to, you can click on certain things, but
But we'll talk more about
that's
that.
not the point of it,
Yeah,
right?
that's not
There
the
are also
point.
portable battery
what I
operating
mean?
systems for recording audio in the
It's
field.
like,
or on location,
because when I
which
like
we'll
when I
get into
read
later
when I
in this
read
course.
books and shit, even though I gotta read that whole book, if I want to go back to a specific part, I'll be not knowing which part is the part I'm. Yeah, so it's like having shorter segments will help me to alleviate that shit. Because what you're looking for may be between the chapters that he got. You know what I'm saying?
But he giving all good information, but it's just that, that part right there is really long, which makes it even more boring because you're throwing a lot of info at you at one time, which is all the info that you need. At the end of the day, you need every part of this.
So let me look at his shit. Is this just recording, or is this? Oh, this just the fundamentals.
Yeah, just the fundamentals. So he'll go through everything
Noise in the background,
from
but it can also be noise
up to the
generated
recording
by your
part.
microphone.
Okay, so
like recording different things. Not even vocals, he's talking about guitars.
Or
Let's start with
noise
this.
generated by the electronics.
let's to give us a
analog.
better idea how we're gonna break this shit down. Go through the course breakdown with me again, so that I can like write down like the exact parts that you want to break your course down into.
Okay.
So, do you have a fundamentals thing, or would your fundamentals thing be broken down into other videos in like a fundamentals section or something?
The fundamentals is really just the recording part. That's fundamentals. Learn how to record.
But
That's
see,
just-
he go into talking about like if you don't know shit, like he talk about AD conversion and shit like that, like how sound even makes it from analog to.
That's cool. That's more history though. At the end of the day, everything's mostly digital.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Yes.
he talking about like by the time you record on the mic, like letting the motherfucker understand how does what I'm recording to the mic get transferred over.
Yeah. How did they get into
The computer.
transfer into the computer and stuff?
Would
Nah.
you go over that?
No.
So
I
you
mean,
just,
it's okay to do, but
that's
you
some
don't
shit you
really,
can live without.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
about it. I know all that, but it's like
Yeah, and honestly, if
nobody
I'm
cares.
nobody cares. And honestly, if I'm being very honest, when I seen him do that, that made me feel like, wow, this shit about to be overwhelming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this nigga getting into audio digital conversion. I'm just trying to learn how
Like
to
you got
record.
into super detail about sample rate and bit depth. All that is not necessary. I'm gonna tell people what to use,
Okay.
what bit rate, sample rate goes together, so that they know.
Okay, so
You know, rather than explaining it.
So fundamentals is, say that one more time.
Like, I'm gonna tell them what different things to use, like the bit rate, sample rate. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need. 16 goes to 44, 24 goes to 48.
Sample rates. Okay, sample rates, what else? What else would be in
Like
fundamentals?
all this other extra stuff is not.
Yeah, we can pause him. So sample rates. What
The
else would
difference
be?
between dynamic and
Okay,
the mics.
different mic types.
But I'm not going too in depth. I'm just, giving you the basics so you know what to do.
Yeah,
So you can turn your computer on and start recording.
yeah, okay.
What inputs, the
Okay.
inputs on the interface, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Hold on, I got two things. Inputs / interface. But that was a good thing that you said. See, this is what I'm talking about. The lens that you want niggas to look through is, if you want to learn motherfucking college history course, then you can go to that nigga. But what you said was key. I'm going to teach you the shit you need to know to open your laptop and start recording. That's what people want to do. And that's what people want to hear that they're going to be taught how to do. And that's why I kind of got overwhelmed when I seen his video, because even though I didn't understand that that's what I was looking for, he made me feel like I wasn't going to be able to open my laptop and start recording. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make people feel like you're going to... I'm going to just type everything, because this can be how you market. Of course, this can be the tagline right here that niggas see on the ad, nigga. Everything you need to open your laptop and start recording.
Yeah.
Everything you need to open your laptop and start recording. Now that's good. That's damn near your brand. That's damn near your like your brand promise right there. Now let's see when we go back and make the
I'm not talking about preamps or none of that, because a person that's just been trying to record,
right.
it's not, that's something extra you gotta even buy and all that extra stuff. They don't need that.
Right. Now you could just tell them it'll be good or whatever the case, but now let's say your content that you're gonna be posting on YouTube and shit. Now that you know that your thing is everything you need to open your laptop and start recording, you can make like you did make that Travis Scott motherfucking video, how to sound like this guy, how to mix your shit like this. You giving it to him short, sweet, to the point.
Auto-tune, how to work auto-tune, that's a big thing. Stuff like that.
Okay, so now will auto-tune be in fundamentals? That would probably be in mixing.
Yes and no, because people like to record with auto-tune, but I also tell them that they can't if they don't have a real-time interface that can handle all of that.
So what was that going to? Like, what was the whole
Mixing.
general, like not mixing with auto-tune, but I'm saying like explaining to a motherfucker like yeah, you can record auto-tune if your equipment looks like this.
basically. Or if you had that latency problem, you have to take off all your effects because people like to record with effects.
But which section would that go in?
That would-
Fundamental or mixing?
The extensive auto tune, how to work auto tune and the mixing, but how to just use it in your recording, I could tell them like, nah, you can't unless you have this, and that.
Which you'll learn in the mixing section.
Right.
Okay, like so that would go into
People like to record with effects. Really, just recording with effects. Let's say that.
okay. Well,
Teach them how to and what if
So
they
let's-
can't.
let's put that in the recording section. So we got, so would this break down into fundamentals, recording, mixing?
Not in the same. Mixing is a whole thing by itself.
No, I mean like the different sections of the course. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got a fundamental section where we learn this, a recording section where we learn how to record and shit, and track out and set up the mic, and then a mixing section where we learn how to mix. Like, these are the sections.
Mastering.
And mastering. So recording, mixing, mastering. Okay, so fundamentals, sample rates, mic types, inputs, and interfaces. What else will go into it, or is that it? Channel routing, is that inputs and interfaces?
Yeah.
Okay. Sample rates, mic types.
All that is fundamentals. Let's see what else.
Oh, what about troubleshooting? Like, I know you can't troubleshoot every problem, but we have a lot of problems that happen here. Like, what's the most common problem, or would you say that for the end?
Can't really hear what you're doing through the monitors.
So would that be like, would troubleshooting be its own section?
In the fundamentals, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, once I show you how to do this, now these are common problems that might prevent you from hearing. Okay.
The latency problem. That's all in the same with how to record.
Maybe. Do you think every section will have a troubleshooting section?
Yeah,
Troubleshooting.
for sure.
Okay, so sample rates, mic types, inputs, interfaces, troubleshooting. Now for recording, what will go in that section?
Levels.
Levels.
Um,
Setting up the mic, like the actual physical mic.
Setting up the mic. What is it?
Routing.
Phantom power.
Oh. And
Because all mics do not need phantom power. That's
Yep.
what you're recording.
Phantom power.
How to record instruments.
Recording instruments. Of course, recording regular vocals. Now, would that break down into
Recording
just
different-
general, or would that break down into?
vocals is one, instruments is another. Acoustic instruments is another. Or electric instruments.
Okay, so recording vocals, recording acoustic instruments, and recording electric instruments.
Yeah.
Recording. Electric instruments.
I'm Darren Snyder, the course director for Advanced Session Recording at Full Sail University. Today we're here to take a look at the basics of recording acoustic guitar. It's important you select the right acoustic guitar for the song that you're working on. Every acoustic guitar has
Some stuff don't even matter, but
Levels, phantom power, recording. Okay, now what else goes? I got levels, phantom power, recording vocals, recording acoustic instruments, and recording electric instruments.
okay. How to isolate sound.
To isolate sounds. What you mean by that?
I mean, well, it's more so like soundproof.
Soundproof?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I'ma give them the easiest way to do it. K out of the ball. That's what you need.
Alright, now check this out. Because this is what I just had to help them with over there.
exactly
Are you gonna have a section that teach people how to soundproof? because I had to show them how to get their own reflection points in their shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I mean, I could. That's something that's doable.
You know, yeah, so 'cause they had their shit set up weird, so I had to have them set it up for how they wanted to have it set up, and then we got the reflection points, so then we put up the studio
Because, I mean,
phone.
you're supposed to have one on one side, one on the other type stuff. So to match, so to bounce off.
Yeah, we did the mirror technique though. Like we literally sat in the seat, put the mirror up, and when we seen the reflection of the speaker in the mirror, then that's how
Oh,
we
y'all
did.
did the mirror technique. Okay.
So is that too in depth? Like,
Nah.
cause I'm saying like that might not cut into everything you need to open up your laptop and start recording. That's why I say it's on you.
I
Because
mean,
Chaotic Cabal might be more into that.
it'll probably be more into the plug and play type of.
So Chaotic Cabal section, that's really
Unless if they want more in depth about it, that could be like something
separate. Like you think about another course on how to soundproof their room the right way.
Right.
But and that could be like a little shameless plug right now for the so we get into it. Boom, by the Chaotic Cabal. But if you want to actually know how to do this, I got another course on will.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's in recording.
This is recording still. Yeah. See, it's like they showed you different ways how to like even isolate without having anything.
Oh damn. Okay.
That's another way because I had to make my own little booths and all this type of stuff like
Okay.
that. Without the chaotic law, if you don't have that, don't have the money for it. It's just a way to do it. Pop filter.
See shit like that, I would want to know that.
That pretty
That's
much
a decent
sums up
answer.
how you.
And honestly, I like the personality in their video, even though they still, you know, we still
I
got.
mean, it's decent
black
though.
race
Like
shit
they was like interesting still.
up. Yeah, they have a tad bit more personality. Like I could listen to this for a longer time than that other guy.
And their video is short though,
Oh, how long is their video?
3 minutes,
Oh yeah.
3.5 minutes. Yeah.
Absolutely. And see, the thing is too that I want to say with this is another thing that makes these videos decent while it's the fact that it's gonna be short is that it makes the course look longer, so it adds more value to the course. How to isolate sounds. So the
Like they
mix
got jokes and all this stuff. It's like
yeah, it's
They
like
tried to
not
keep
too
it-
serious.
yeah, not that serious.
So with the mixing, let's move on to mixing now.
And some really close to the microphone. And additionally,
Mixing. Auxiliary. What is it? Auxiliary. The aux tracks. How to make those. How to create those. How to mix. How to gain match.
How to use the EQ? How to use the compressor?
EQs, compression, not so many effects to keep the dynamics there. How to use auto-tune.
You please pause it there.
It sound rough.
How to use
Auto-tune.
yep. How to use How to use a compressor? How to use an EQ? How to use auto tune?
How to use effects.
Okay, cool.
How to use reverb.
Yeah, let me.
Because these are, like, you can do it different ways. So I
I'm
would
just
show
put
them different
effects.
ways.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put effects.
But the reverb and delay, that's two different things if you want to throw it on as a send.
So would that still fit into the how to use effects?
sends? How do you sends? Because you can throw all these effects onto a send, to be honest.
Okay, sends. So how to use effects? How to use sends? So wouldn't that be the same thing as setting up aux sends?
No. Well, no. Aux track, and then you have sends because you can throw the sends right onto the aux track.
Okay, so
So-
aux is one section and
Yeah.
then sends is one.
It's
another
like
section.
you have all the leads. Throw that into an aux.
Mhm.
Throw that aux into a master aux. You have all the backgrounds. Throw that into an aux. Throw that aux into the master aux. You got the reverb send and the delay send, which is the aux itself also, and then you can throw that into the master. So aux. These is all aux I'm talking about. Not like nothing. Everything goes through the master bus.
Right. Okay. how to use scenes. So aux, we got setting up aux, it's game matching, how to use effects, scenes, and what else we're going to mixing.
Just different ways to do different effects. I'm reverse, reverb, stuff like that.
Okay, different ways to do different effects.
That we won't be
Like common, like cool,
Common, yeah.
used, like like that. I feel like reverse reverb would fall into that commonly used cool tricks type shit.
short keys.
Oh, short keys, like quick commands and shit.
Yeah.
Short,
Pro Tools quick
Keys.
command.
quick commands. Quick commands. Okay, is that it?
Parallel compression.
Parallel. Okay.
DS's.
Well, then if you're gonna make parallel compression and DS in this section, then you might as well just break down like EQ compression and shit, because then they own sections too.
Yeah, EQ, them are two different things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but because I just put how to use effects.
Oh no, they gotta be in their own like separate thing. Compression has to be one by itself. Parallel compression, that's something else.
Okay. So parallel compression, DS and EQ, EQ regular compression, reverb,
New York compression.
reverb, delay, shit like that. All right, what else?
New York compression.
Well, I mean, I got the compression section. Or would that be?
Okay, I could do it all. Well, it's more like a parallel compression, so it could be in that one.
Yeah, I got parallel compression.
But these are two different ways to do it, basically, I guess, if you want to
Yeah.
call it.
I got parallel compression, then I got actual like I guess you would do the basic compression section first, and then do the parallel compression
Yes.
section.
Doubling functions for effects, those are all the effects type stuff. Let's
You just said something? Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna show them the easy way to even do EQ.
I mean, we don't got to get too in depth, but it's just
Figure out
covering the
everything.
just covering the basics.
Well, that's cool, man. That's the basics.
Okay, now master. I know nothing about mastering. So what would you do? What would we learn in that?
It's not about loudness. It's about dynamics. First
Okay.
off,
Dynamics.
yeah.
Cool. Like, cause if I'm learning, like, I mean, cut you off, but if I'm learning mastering, since I know that I really don't know how to master at all, and I don't even consider this aspect a part of my recordings. So when I mix, I feel like, well, obviously I'm doing all my songs without mastering them. So I guess if I was taking your course, what I would want to know is, why would I even need mastering? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of engineers, a lot of people, it's just like, fuck it, why, my shit sound good when I mix it.
It'll sound better. It'll bring the whole mix together. It'll fix all the little scenes and effects and put them all together, like make them mesh well into the mix. It's more so has to do with EQ. That's the basics. The EQ and limiter or maximizer, whatever you want to call it,
Okay.
and dynamic EQ. It just gets all, it fixes all the little mistakes in the mixes and makes them perfect.
Okay.
Or
So-
brings out your mix and shows you how bad it is.
So I got why master, the question why master. I got dynamics. What else would we put in this
Brings
section?
out how bad your mix is, if it's good or not. You know, it'll show you if it's good or not. It'll show you if your mix is good or not. Master will.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I just put the question right there so you can answer it for me.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I got dynamics, and then what else would go in there?
EQ, It's a whole nother
A
EQ.
whole nother EQ?
Yeah, reverb,
Okay, I'm gonna put master and EQ.
master and reverb.
Okay, master and reverb. So you put even if you got reverb in your mix, you would still put a reverb in your
A slight reverb
Or
on
you
the
could
whole
put a
thing
reverb.
itself.
master. It's the shit I don't know. Alright, what else?
This is when you're doing it without any extra plug, like the Ozone Pro plug-in or whatever.
Without
Doing it-
Ozone?
Yeah, without Ozone, doing it yourself.
So would you describe to them what ozone was?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ozone.
I've heard of I've heard of isotope. I haven't heard of I have heard of ozone, but I don't know the difference between all that shit.
Okay.
Ozone. So is that specifically for mastering?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that it?
No. So Ozone had, if they want to do it the easy way, Ozone has their own little thing where they'll help you out, and you just run the song through it, and basically you could fix what they did, and they
Oh,
give
that's
you all
rough.
different things, like so that you can like able to do it yourself.
Okay, so that'd be good
Either
information
you
to
can
know.
do it yourself, or you can run it through it, and they'll help you out, and then you can fix what you don't like what they did or whatever.
Yeah.
But the having in K12, the master in K12.
What is that? Is that ozone or is that a different
No,
section?
that's actually
So,
what is this thing? The VU meter.
Uh-huh.
Have that in K12. You're able to make it in K12.
So what should I just write K12 as a section?
Yeah, I mean, not everything that's a section. It's just a part of master. Master is really a quick little.
No, I mean, should I just write that as a section in the mastering section?
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what K12 is, but okay. So what else would go in the mastering section?
So you put maximize on there.
Mhm.
It's a master and maximizer, limiter / limiter. I want to call it. And then what is it supposed to hit? It's supposed to hit a certain number. Oh, your mixes. Go back up here. The mix is supposed to hit in between -3 and -6. No higher.
So what should I call it? Or would that fit into one of these?
The output on the master should be
What
it was-
output on the master on the master
on
track
the master, like the master.
level,
It's a master fader.
master fader levels.
Should be
Okay.
between -3 and -6. If it hits higher than that, so you gotta fix it. 'Cause
Okay.
then
So
when you bring it over to the master, if it's
look at
not
this.
right,
And just make sure all of the sections got everything you feel like you want to go over.
yeah, that's cool. It's supposed to hit a certain number so that when you bring it over to the master, it won't hit so hard and be distorted and stuff. Yeah.
So all of the other sections look good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The master's supposed to hit, I mean, in between 0, -3,
And all of
depending
these
on
are
what
straight.
you're doing. Yeah.
okay. So
I
this.
could also show them how to, this is it could be a whole nother course, how to mix, for video and Pro Tools.
Yes. Yeah. That could. This is like the basics. So
Oh,
it's
that's
safe
a
to
big
say
one.
that this is the official outline of the. Would this entire course be a basics course?
Yes,
Okay. So it's safe to say that this is the outline for the course.
this is basics. How to
Okay.
get a clear, clean track.
Okay, so now what our goal is to just knock out this section. And so, now what I want to ask you was, because all these people is like, they are in front of the camera demonstrating, doing whatever. Is that something that you would want to do? Because I feel like if I'm trying to establish a person as an expert, I would want to see that person. You know what I'm saying? I would want to get to know that person just like an artist.
Right, they would have to see me in this part.
Because you have to explain.
This part, kind of, sort of, not really, but
But
these
just
two
up there.
parts,
Just up there.